Greetings to all of you and welcome to your 19 readings by Ama Lightworker. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you are new, welcome to you. Please remember to like, share and subscribe and turn on the little bell notification icon. Set your preference to be notified every time there is activity on this channel. Please understand that many of your messages will show up for you through your sun sign. And also you're going to receive additional messages through your rising sign and moon sign. Therefore, it's important that you listen for the video for your rising sign and moon sign as well. If you like to know more, for those of you who are interested, I have already uploaded on Vimeo for download and purchase. If you are interested, a whole new reading for you for your sign. The Vimeo videos consist of an Akashic reading for each and every sign of the zodiac. And the link for that, again, for those of you who are interested for download and purchase, is listed down here below in the show more description box. Always remember that these are general readings and you want to have your very own private consultation with me. Please visit the website www.amalightworker.com and email me at amalightworker@gmail.com if you like to book your own reading, your own private reading with me. Again, contact information will be listed down here below in the show more description box. Thank you and enjoy. Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising, and Aquarius Moon 19. The general feelings that I am picking up for your sign have to deal with some of you dealing with the justice system, courts, or just a sense of justice being restored and balance being restored. Some of you may end up working with a lawyer, a coach, a therapist, a mentor. You could be dealing with a sense of disappointment. You are also going to be working and putting a lot of efforts into achieving some significant success or a wish fulfillment. There's a lot of energetic support for this to happen. It feels like even though you'll be dealing with controversy, struggles, or difficulties, there's a sense of you thriving. Regardless, thriving nevertheless, and you are going to notice some kind of a huge change in energy, because to me it feels like where there have been struggles in the past, you're going to gain clarity, you're going to find some resolution. So this is the beginning of you finding solutions. This is the beginning of dealing with your struggles, the beginning of life changing for the better. So this is just the beginning. It's just a step one. It's a long journey until you resolve everything to bring your life, each and every area of your life, into balance. And there's a wish fulfillment nevertheless. So that was the general feeling. Now I'm going to break it down one by one. The first card in this reading that wanted to show up for you, this is the Queen of Swords. I feel like the Queen of Swords also showed up for another sign this month, or a few of them. The meaning of the card is, usually if it represents a person, it represents an Aquarius, so this could be you, a Libra, or a Gemini. This could be the sun sign, the rising sign, or the moon sign. It does represent a person who is very firm, creative, a person who may offer advice and practical help, a person who's got a lot of experience. So that's why they'll be offering to you advice from their experience. It also represents a lawyer, someone who works for a law enforcement agency, or a therapist. Now let me hear, why is it that this card showed up in this reading for you? My guides are giving me the sense that you are going to find yourself at the center for some reason, at the center of things. You're going to attract a lot of people who will be contacting you because they want to hear your side of the story. Maybe they want to get your opinion and your advice. You could be finding yourself very busy if you are someone who works with clients, whether you work for someone else or whether you have your own business. You find yourself attracting a lot more clients than usual. Everyone is going to be very interested to hear, what do you have to say? What do you have to offer? Whatever you are doing, whatever you are wearing, whatever is it that you're going, it feels like it's going to generate a lot of attention. Some of you are going to need to talk to a specialist or a professional. If you need to talk to a lawyer or hire a lawyer during this time. You need to find a teacher, a spiritual teacher, or a mentor or a coach that could be appearing in your life. If you are somebody who maybe needs a little bit help with some technological issues, computers, cell phones, apps, downloads, stuff like that, you just end up hiring somebody who's going to teach you and guide you through these kind of processes. It does feel that you need to do a project, or you are working on something that it feels like it's a process. It needs to go step by step, or you have to follow specific instructions. You end up hiring somebody's services or hiring someone to help you to put this together. It could be about taxes that you need professional help. It could be about legal matters, immigration matters, could be about a lawsuit, could be something that feels very formal, where you just need some kind of a paperwork to be signed or notarized. Something is just beginning to take form or to take shape. Some of you are going to take a hobby or an idea that you have to the next level. So you are either going to develop further this idea, or maybe you're going to feel ready now to start this new business. You already have the idea, you worked on the idea, and now you are getting ready to start this business. You're going to feel that in some ways you're going to be in the midst of controversies. You find yourself in a situation where there's people who have differences in opinion. Maybe there's a fight, and for some reason you're just going to be in the middle, either trying to keep peace with both sides, or trying to advise both sides to negotiate, or to be like a mediator of some sort. Some of you Aquarians, you could be the one in the middle of this controversy, and you are going to either try to stand up for yourself, okay, or if it is a matter of a legal situation, you're going to deal with courts and in some ways being rewarded through courts or the legal system. There's going to be some response that you are waiting for. I don't know whether you applied for something. I don't know what kind of news or information you are waiting for. If this is you and you have been waiting for some news or some information, you are going to receive this news or this information in March. Timing is of an essence. Anything that you could be doing, I keep getting a sense that it's all played out by divine timing. If you find yourself running in delays, if you're finding yourself doing some of the things that you are planning to do a little bit sooner than you are planning for. So notice the timing of everything. Something would happen in divine timing. You end up being at the right place at the right time. There's a specific reason why the universe may be causing some delays for you, or why the universe is causing that it may be pushing you a little bit to do some things a little bit sooner than you are expecting. The next card that you have is the Justice card. To me, it means balance, but it also means having to deal with the courts or the legal system, being rewarded through the courts or the legal system. It means you'll be dealing with a challenging situation that has to deal with a business, a family situation, or finances. These challenging situations did stem from the past, but for some reason they are coming back again. Mercury is going to be retrograde, so very often this tends to happen when you deal with things and problems of the past. It also means new beginnings, but it also means results or rewards due to your persistence and efforts. Allow me now to tune in so I can hear spirit guides. What does this mean for you? You're going to be in a situation where you're going to feel very powerful. Either you could be shutting down something, or you do have the power to grant something. This could be applied in a situation where someone maybe in some way wants to be part of your life again. Therefore, the power is on you now, whether you are going to allow this person back in your life or not. For some of you, this has to deal with you gathering momentum and gaining your power back. Anything that for some reason you thought that you gave it away, now there's a sense that you are going to get it back, the power. If this applies to work situation where you felt powerless, you felt like you didn't have the power or the authority to make important changes or decisions, you are going to be in some ways put in a position of power and authority. A lot of people are going to depend on you, Aquarius. This could be family members. This could be friends. This could be people in different communities that you belong to. This could be your clients. This could be your co-workers. This could even be a boss. But you're going to find yourself that a lot of people want to rely on you. There's a sense that you are going to clarify your name, or there's a sense that you are going to be hearing through the grapevine some news and information that is going to make you feel pretty reassured or pretty strong or pretty good. In some ways, is going to give a boost to your ego. There's something that you need to hear. Maybe you are trying to find information about a proper legal proceeding, a proper immigration proceeding. Maybe you are trying to find how to do something and you don't have the information about that. Whatever this is, it feels like you're going to find this information that you're looking for quite by accident. Quite by accident. There's going to be gatherings of people, okay? And they be revealing things to you. It feels like a certain sense of secrets being revealed, and you having a certain sense of a burden being lifted. Anything that you need to do, make sure again that you are taking the proper time, you are consulting with the right people, and you take your time to complete each and every step. Justice will be on your side and success will be on your side, but please do not be impatient. When you have to deal with important documents, contracts, negotiations, renegotiations, things of that nature, take your time, look things through carefully several times before you put your signature on anything, or if this is a verbal agreement, before you agree into anything, before you give your verbal approval or your verbal agreement. Pay attention to your feelings, pay attention to your thoughts throughout the month of chances are that whatever you decide or however you feel, you're going to end up changing these feelings. You may end up feeling differently. Whatever you be thinking in your mind, whatever's going on in your mind, you end up changing your mind. That's why you need to take your time You do not want to be trapped in a situation where legally you cannot get out anymore. You do not want to get trapped by signing something in a legal situation. Could be contracts that later on you may end up changing your mind. You are going to be focusing on completing whatever has been going on. It feels like it's only done halfway. If completion needs to happen around matters of home repairs, cluttering, decluttering, home sales, buying, something that has to do with home, you are going to be in the process of finalizing and completing everything that you need to do. You'll be completing, home repairs, cleaning your home, if you are putting up your home for sale. There's a sense that justice will be restored, and you may not even be aware of that. Other people could be standing up for you, defending you. And you may not even be aware of that. You're going to feel at peace with some decision, okay? You're going to feel at peace about it. Even though initially that's not the case, you're going to have a lot of doubts, but ultimately you're going to end up making your being at peace about it, making peace with it. The next card is the stars. Excuse me. To me, it means wishing upon a star. It means faith, hope. Sometimes when you think what could be, what if, but it also means hurt, disappointment by harsh words, unforced estrangements, and circumstances that for the time being, temporarily, they could be blocking your development. This is another card that to me, it means balance, but it is another card that to me speaks about the naked truth, okay? If you need to reveal something, okay, or if somebody else needs to reveal their truth to you or to be brutally honest. You are going to notice changes in your body, changes in your health. You'll be noticing a certain sense of sensitivity when it comes to stomach and digestion. Do pay attention to water-related issues, hydration, dehydration, water retention, edema. Some of you are really going to be focusing on finding some kind of a permanent solution to some kind of a reoccurring health condition. You're going to be feeling that it's now time for you to be just yourself, to be authentic. You're going to feel like you are done helping or pleasing everyone. You're going to be feeling like this is me. Either you accept me as I am to be your friend, or I'm your this is how I am, and I can't change. I got to be true and authentic to who I am. You have to be very careful, because sometimes being honest or brutally honest could make people around you be a little bit on the defense, okay? Some people not be ready to hear the truth. You are going to have to deal with payments, deals, some delays related to payments, bills, or even you could be running into delays getting payments that need to come to you. Any misunderstandings that could be happening in the month of they will be clarified later on. Some of you already had some misunderstandings, disagreements, or maybe a fight or some struggles with another person due to some misinterpretations or miscommunications. And it does feel that now everything will be in the open. I keep getting a situation where you're going to feel like you're going to put the dot in every I and cross in every T. You're going to be very detailed or very analytical about something. Okay, and that's the best thing that you can do to get out of that circumstance. You're going to have to use your analytical skill and to be very precise Maybe you're going to analyze your finances, or maybe that legal case, or maybe that situation with a person from the past, or even in terms of your finances. You are about to begin something new. You start a YouTube channel, you start a Vimeo channel, you may start a Twitter, Snapchat, you may start writing a new book. You're going to start some kind of new endeavor. It's going to have some kind of a slow new beginning, but success is going to be steady, and success is going to be a sure thing. So you got to trust your path, but at the same time, don't set up yourself for disappointment. Do not expect too much from a relationship, too much from a person, too much from this new beginning, because the beginning could be a little bit steady and the success is coming later, but the success is going to be steady and long term. The next card, you have the Empress. Lavish abundance. Give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. I keep getting a sense that the guides are advising for you to spend any chance that you have to reconnect with nature. You could end up in taking care of a pet. Somebody asking you for a favor to look after their pet. You could end up looking after a child. You are going to feel creative, but at the same time, you are going to feel very spiritual, because again, I keep getting that sense that when a door closes, another one opens. So for some of you, money is going to be steady, or money is going to be pretty good. You're not going to have a problem there. However, you're going to feel emotionally perplexed. Your feelings could be changing from one week to another week. You are going to be attending events, gatherings that could be a little bit more on the high scale. You could be attending like a fancy dinner party. You'll be attending like an engagement or a wedding in a fancy venue. There's a sense of you having access to luxury or attending these VIP or luxurious events. Do pay attention to your stomach, even though this is about nurture yourself and others, has to deal with emotionally nurturing yourself and others in terms of emotional support. To me, it feels like they again are trying to remind you to take better care of your stomach, any digestive issues, to address them properly, and you end up finding a real solution if you are someone who struggles with matters of digestion and stomach. For some of you, healing needs to happen between you and a mother. There could be some interesting developments that may not necessarily be very comfortable. Okay, there could be some disagreements between you and your mother, but these are going to be just temporarily ones before things are going to get better again. But for the time being, you'll be dealing with some struggles between you and your mom, or your mother could be going through some struggles, difficulties. You'll be worried about them. The stress that you'll be feeling may not be about yourself. You could be worried because somebody else is experiencing stress. Could be your mom. You'll be worried about her. Some of you Aquarians are going to be receiving messages from beyond the grave. Your loved ones that have crossed over, then be appearing to you in your dreams. You could be attending mediumship sessions. You could be scheduling like a session with a medium. You are going to develop a more spiritual side to you. You'll also be attending courses or classes to develop these intuitive particular skills or other kinds of skills and abilities that you have. Not every ability is spiritual. So you're going to also be attending some kind of a course where you are going to develop further a skill or a talent that you have. I hope that this is making sense to you. If you'd like to know more, I have already uploaded a whole new video. It is an Akashic reading for you for download and purchase if you are interested, and the link for that is listed down here below in the show more description box. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to have your very own private consultation, email me at amalightworker@gmail.com, or you can visit the website www.amalightworker.com. Thank you again. Like, share, subscribe, and I will connect with you in the next video.